At the beginning of the year, I told myself I was going to focus on 3 things and 3 things only. Usually, I am the type of person who will bite off more than I can chew. So I will sometimes make a big list and say, I'm going to get all these things done, and then only to find out there's no way I'm going to get all the 10 things that I wrote down done. So I told myself at the beginning of the year, do 3 things and focus only on those 3 things. One of those 3 things was to express gratitude even when it's really hard and it doesn't feel like there's anything to be grateful for right now. So this week was a bit of a challenge for me because my oldest son was having some health things going on, and it really took me to a low place, to the point where I was unable to see anything to be grateful for, anything good in my life, because I was just so focused and so tuned in on that I was blinded to anything else that was going on around me. So anyways, in this video today, I wanted to talk about how no matter what we're going through, no matter what the struggle or how challenging something may be, for it to not take us down a rabbit hole to the point where we cannot see anything else good in our life. Because the thing is, if we have breath in our lungs and we are alive and breathing, there is always something to be grateful for. And so I wanted to share with you guys today just some of the things that I'm grateful for in my life, even though right now I am going through a hard season and a difficult one. There's always something so good in my life, or there's always something that I could be grateful for, And one of those things is my new baby. I know I've mentioned it in my previous videos how easy of a baby he is, but you guys, this baby boy is so easy, and I feel so blessed because he's just an easy one. He doesn't hardly cry. He's so easy. You feed him, I put him down for a nap. Like, he just does not complain very much. So I feel really blessed and really thankful that he's an easy baby. Another thing that I've been grateful for is being a mother. Believe it or not, I was never the type of person that envisioned this to be my life. Okay, so right when I graduated high school, I remember thinking, I'm going to move out of my parents' house and I'm going to move to New York City or some big city and just live this very city girl type of dream, And that was not my case. The Lord had other plans. God had a different plan for my life than what I envisioned. And honestly, it's way better and so much more fulfilling than I could even imagine. Even though the season of my life is difficult and challenging right now because of my son's health, doesn't mean that I don't have joy, because I do have joy. And there's something I actually want to read to you guys in my devotional that just kind of gave me a little encouragement. And so I hope it's encouraging to you. I'm going to read it. So, if you are familiar with Sarah Young, Jesus Calling, that's the devotional. It's called Jesus Calling by Sarah Young. So let me read you guys the part that I was reading that just gave me a lot of peace and just kind of encouragement, It says, I am your best friend as well as your king. Walk hand in hand with me through your life. Together we will face whatever each day brings. Pleasures, hardships, adventures, disappointments. And honestly, that's what it's been, you guys. Okay, so I'm taking a little pause here. So it's been like that. I feel like my days have been up and down, up and down. Some days I'm really happy and just extremely joyful because I see God's hand in my life and all these things. But then there are the days that it's really difficult and it's really hard to see the bright side and the good things that are happening in my life. It's literally up and down all of the time. And partly it could be because of postpartum, but it's just this quote right here, it just means so much because that's how it's been. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. I am your best friend as well as your king. Walk hand in hand with me through your life. Together we will face whatever each day brings: pleasures, hardships, adventures, disappointments. Nothing is wasted when it is shared with me. I can bring beauty out of the ashes of lost dreams. I can glean joy out of sorrow, peace out of adversity. Only a friend who is also the King of Kings could accomplish this divine alchemy. There is no other like me, and that is true. There's no other like Jesus. There's nothing that will bring you peace, joy, the confidence that you bring, the confidence that comes from Him. Nothing could, you can't find it anywhere else. I'm sorry. I mean, you just can't. The friendship I offer you is practical and down to earth, yet it is saturated with heavenly glory. Living in my presence means living in two realms simultaneously: the visible world and the unseen, eternal reality. I equip you to stay conscious of me while walking along dusty, earthbound paths. Where she's getting some of these quotes is John 15:13 through 15, Isaiah 61:3, 2 Corinthians 6:10. So, another thing that I'm thankful for is having healthy people around me. How important it is to do life with people that will encourage you, will lift you up when you're feeling down. It's so important. It's so important. And I'm so grateful that I actually do have people like that in my life, where when I am feeling low or if I'm going through something difficult, I know that I can call people or text somebody, or honestly, most of the time, my friends and my family members, they'll reach out to me and say, hey, how are you going? Or how are you doing this week? And they will check in and we'll catch up. And sometimes you just, when you're going through a hard day, sometimes you just need to verbally process what you're going through, like saying it out loud, and then you feel better. Like that particular week, I remember I was feeling so low that I didn't even have the energy to get up and call somebody. Sometimes I get so like in my head that it's just hard for me to like reach out. But I had a friend call me and we were talking. Actually, I reached out to her because she just had a baby. But we were talking and she just started asking me some, intentional questions about my son and his health. And, we got to talking. And as I was verbally processing and just explaining to her what was going on, she was just so encouraging. And I remember leaving the conversation feeling like 1,000 times lighter. Like I just felt so much better than how I had been feeling that day. And it just goes to show how important it is to have people in your life that will be able to encourage you and talk to you, and you talk to them and process. It just makes you feel so much better when you let it out. If you made it this far along in my video, I want to thank you for watching and thank you for being here. I would love to connect with you in the comment section. If you can write down maybe where you're watching from and something that you're grateful for. I hope this video was encouraging to you, and honestly maybe just a reminder that even though life will take us through some tough situations, that we can always find something to be grateful for, something to be thankful for, just because honestly when you have breath in your lungs and you are alive and well and are healthy, there's always something to be grateful for. And it was just a reminder. This video is a reminder to myself that even when things are tough, there is always something to be grateful for, no matter what the situation may be. So yeah, if you could put something that you're thankful for or grateful for in the comments, and I will respond back. So this video is a day in a life vlog. So I am cooking, but my baby does not want to hang out on the floor or the bouncer. And so I'm trying to do this one-handed. You guys, I don't know. Mothers are superwomen, okay? Because sometimes I don't know how I am able to get certain things done while holding this baby and doing the 1,000 things that I do in my house. And let me tell you guys how thirsty I've been. So y'all can see this baby has gotten big. He is a little fatty, and that's because he's still breastfeeding. He is nursing all the time. So I am constantly thirsty. So my water is always next to me, like always next to me, just because my mouth is constantly dry. I am hungry, I'm thirsty all the time. I don't know how I forgot about this part. This is my third go with like the breastfeeding, and I swear I'm like, oh yeah, this is how thirsty you get when you are nursing. This is how hungry you get, because as soon as I'm done nursing him, I'm telling you, my mouth is like a desert. I'm so dry. I'm so thirsty, where I just like I need to be chugging water. That's how much it feels. And I've gotten this hydration pack. It's called Liquid IV. You guys, that has been my go-to every morning. Like sometimes I probably drink about 3 of them a day, like the hydration packs, because that's just how thirsty I get. But so happy that my husband is home, because now it's his turn and I need to take this thing off of me, this baby carrier. And you guys, this chunk of a baby weighs me down sometimes. He weighs me down, and it's just, I don't know, mothers are strong. Let me just say that they are strong. Now for tonight's dinner, I made rice with beef and then some bell peppers mixed in, and it's delicious. But let me tell you, I have toddlers, okay? And look at this dinner. It was so good, you guys. But my kids, did they eat it? Not really. Like, I will be slaving away in that kitchen, making them something so good, and only for them to refuse it, or ask for chicken nuggets, or just something that's not as good. And I don't know why kids do this. It makes it so difficult. Sometimes it's like, okay, you know what, whatever. If you don't want to eat, I'm not going to force you. But then again, I'm thinking about their stomach. I'm thinking about, if they don't eat, are they going to go to bed good? Probably not. So let me just feed them and figure out, something that they will eat. This fight with the kids, you guys, and trying to feed them is something else. The battle is always something else. So me and Skylar sometimes we pick and choose our battles, we pick and choose. I will say that between Mal and Hayo, Mal is a better eater. This guy will, he'll eat the food, he'll try it, eat it, he'll like it. And then eventually he'll take like 3 bites and then he says he's full. So out of both of them, he eats better. Hayo right now is only wanting to eat white rice, you guys. That's it. Like he don't want no toppings. He doesn't want any meat. He doesn't want anything. He just want plain white rice. Like, what? Why would you just want to eat plain white rice with nothing else on it? That's where we're at right now, and he loves it. We have to give him maybe, so when we're giving them breakfast, Skylar will put eggs in his oatmeal to add protein, and then we give him a protein shake just to get some protein in there, because I don't know, he just doesn't really care for meat right now, and that's just what it is. If you're somebody that have little kids, toddlers, do you guys go through something like this, or is it just me? I know it cannot just be me, because there's just no way. So if you do, please let me know in the comments. Skylar ended up doing our dishes tonight and just kind of cleaning down. After that, we went outside where the boys wanted to play with bubbles. So their dad did the job. He got the bubbles out, blew them, and they had a great time. It was actually a really calm evening for us. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so if you like my videos, and I will see you next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye.